Alright, Knights of Apollo, what's up guys? It's Apollo here, and welcome back to another glorious Rome 2 siege battle. This one is a 3 vs 3, and it's got some epic sally out action, which I know you guys are gonna love. Now, before we dive into this battle, I do want to say, and please stay tuned for this, because I've got some very important announcements. Really quick, I just want to say, this was during my live stream. If you want to catch me playing live, watch me Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when you can catch me live. If you can't see it live, that's okay. I understand, of course, but I do appreciate all you guys who came out, watched me live. It's really awesome. I'm having a lot of fun. And it's great to see all you guys watching, so it means a lot to me. Another thing, again, this is really important to me, so please just stay tuned a little bit longer before you skip to the beginning of the battle. Of course, I'm sure most of you guys have heard about the bushfire going on in Australia. Animals are really suffering from this. There's been, I think, it's an estimate, but over 1 billion animals have died from this fire. The fire is really bad, and it's destroying habitats, it's taking lives. I mean, I think it killed 30 people, it's destroyed homes, it's killed a lot of animals. And of course, Australia being one of the really unique locations for life forms, you know, because they're an island and they've been an island for so long, the life forms are very, you know, evolved very uniquely there, and it's an important place that we need to protect. Of course, the great Steve Irwin, he's great, you know, role model growing up, seeing all those animals and helping grow my love for animals. But anyways, we're raising money for the World Wildlife Fund, so if you guys, we're trying to hit 5,000. We're going to try to do it in a week. Hopefully we can hit more. 5,000 US dollars, which would be about 7,250 Australian dollars. So if you guys want to support it, there's a link in the description. You know, the money will go towards helping bring in these animals to a safe location, giving them medication, you know, giving them treatment, food, everything. So if you guys want to support it, the link is down below. Please just check it out. Even just $1 would help. Again, this is something that's going on in the world that's a big thing right now, and a lot of animals are dying. So if you could check that out, that would mean the world to me. I hope we reach the milestone. Hopefully we can get even more, but yeah, they really need help over there. Australia, not only do the people and the community, but of course the animals as well. So please check that out. Thank you for your time, guys. Really, it means a lot. And really quick, before we dive into this battle, I do have a quick sponsor. So this video is sponsored by Pixelated. Do you have a bare, disgusting wall that needs some beauty? Well, thanks to Pixelated's posters, you can change that. Oh, did I mention that these are metal posters? Yeah, that's right. No more rips, wrinkles, or holes. These are well-made posters that are super easy to install. Simply clean the wall, add a protective leaf, stick the magnet on, and hang your Pixelated poster. No need for hammers and nails. Pixelated has a huge catalog of beautiful artwork ranging from gorgeous landscapes, historical images, city maps, video games, and so much more. But my personal favorite is the Kingdom Come Deliverance Collection. We all know that Kingdom Come is one of the most beautiful games ever created, and now you can have that beauty on your very own walls. If you look in the video description, there is a link that will take you to my personal collection of my favorite posters, and even better yet, there is a personal discount code just for my viewers. Simply use Pixelated15 at checkout. So fix that bare, disgusting wall and get yourself a beautiful Pixelated metal poster. Alright guys, here we are on the battlefield, and really quick, one more thank you for anyone who donated towards the fundraiser. That is really awesome. And also a big thank you to Display for sponsoring this video and you know, helping me have a career in doing this. It's something that I'm extremely grateful for, and being able to raise money for charity like this is just something that is just amazing, and it's really cool to be a part of and help, and it's awesome to have you guys in this community and everything. And sorry, we get a little emotional, but anyways, let's get started here. Let's dive in. You guys waited long enough. So like I said, there's gonna be an epic sally out, and the reason I kind of knew that too, and we're gonna keep it slow motion. As you can tell, Rome has some extra troops here on the flank, so he's got about 3 units of looks like just legionary cohort about to get hit here. They're trying to quickly get off of the towers, and Rome kind of knows he's gonna get destroyed here, and really what he needs to do is just try to take down as many with him. I think that's his mindset going into the, because you're not gonna outrun guerrilla troops. They're just too faster than these heavily armored troops. So you gotta kind of make your stand here. I told Rome, and I told him at the beginning of this battle, I was like, hey Rome, be careful, because they're Nervii and they're Lusitani. You know there's going to be some Vanguard troops. So I told him, like, be careful because you're kind of way far away from us. And you can see Lusitani showing up with some guerrilla warriors as well. And Rome's got a better formation here compared to the other side. And he's going to quickly run away. You see that? That's a good move by Rome. I like that. So I really wanted to show you this replay because I felt like we did a decent job of this dealing with this this Vanguard ambush. But is it enough though? I guess you'll see at the end of the replay. But yeah, Rome's just trying to kill as many as possible here and doing as much damage. And then on the other side, he is falling back some troops, getting to safety. So in terms of armies, I know I'm kind of scrambled all over the place right now with this replay. But yeah, in terms of armies, we got Rome. I'm playing as Galatia, and then we have Egypt. So a pretty nasty combo. These are some really good attacking factions. And then we're taking on, of course, Lusitani, Nervii, and Carthage, which is a great defending faction and also a good attacking faction. So we got some good factions here today, and I felt like, you know, okay, that's a big force they're committing to Vanguard, you know, like sallying out. If we can take them out without taking too many losses, I think we got a good chance. We've got a great chance of winning this battle. So yeah, Rome is falling back. He's quickly trying to get over there. Of course, Lusitani's like, no you don't. You're not going to run away from me. So they're going to keep running. Of course, the speed is on the side of the Lusitani. And nice little Pila, but actually it looked like a lot of them went over their head. But yeah, they're going to nice collide here of infantry. They're going at it. They are going at it. So Rome's looking pretty good. This is a good situation because Rome's not being outflanked, at least not yet. As you can see, Lusitani's starting to flank around. That's what Lusitani has to do here to defeat these Roman warriors. And Rome knows it. Again, great tactic here of falling back, preventing any kind of flanking. They get hit there a little bit by some jabbies, but that's okay. They're going to fall back, reform. Fantastic. Great job by the Roman player. I am impressed. He's doing a good job of trying to protect his army. Over here, the Romans, they didn't really have a chance. Like I said, the best thing he could do here is just try to take out as many as possible. So good use of the Vanguard troops from Nervii, and they're doing a good job of taking out 3 pretty strong infantry units for Rome. I mean, pretty much every infantry unit is good for Rome. And there you have it, guys. Rome is able to save 3 units from the ambush. So that kind of slows down our approach here, and that's why Rome is still way back here, still has a lot of siege towers. And of course, I've said this a million times, but when you go to attack as a team, you want to try to make sure you're all going at the same time, you know? You all want to push. But that's going to slow down their Vanguard ambushness for a little bit. You like, is that a word, ambushness? But yeah, they do a good job of killing these Romans, and they're going to regroup. And looking at this at the time, I was thinking, okay, they're either going to regroup and keep pushing on us, they're going to fall back into the city and just go back to normal defense, you know, positions, or they're going to wait for us to commit, get tunnel vision, and push when we least expect it, which I kind of expected the third one. So I was always constantly looking over at this area. And plus Rome is kind of more focused on guarding our flank. So it works out. It works out. So at this time, they've got some wall artillery that's just focusing down my towers here. And I was really impressed, or not impressed. I mean, I was more surprised how quickly, look at that, how quickly he was destroying the siege tower. I was able to get most of my troops out of there before it crashed and or crumbled. And same thing over here. I think he was about to just see it. This one's at damage 70%. It was hitting, every time it hit my tower, it did 10% damage. So I had to quickly get the troops out of there. And yeah, I'm getting my naked swords out of there. All right, naked swords. But yeah, that's going to slow down my assault there a little bit, but that's okay. I still have plenty of siege towers. I'm still going to be able to cause a lot of commotion. This siege tower is now getting harassed, but it's only 10% damage, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make it to the wall before they can destroy it. No, it looks like he's going for my archers. I moved up my archers in this tree line. There's also a little bit of a defilade, which is kind of protecting them from any kind of artillery fire. So there we go. We're pushing. And, you know, if I could go back and replay this, I don't think I would put the naked swords as the first unit to go in. Because they are very weak to archers, I see them more as a flanking unit, more of a kind of like a shock troop, where you hit it, you charge in essentially, and if there's archers nearby, the naked warriors are gonna get chewed up. They're gonna look like Swiss cheese because they have obviously no armor. They have their shields, but again, compared to most units, that's nothing. And I really shouldn't have sent up the naked swords first. And you'll see, I bet if we just sit here for a little bit, you're gonna see a lot of projectiles fly in. But at the same time, it's not terrible because they are absorbing some ammo. They're absorbing some ammo for the more elite troops, which my better infantry being the, here's one over here, the Galatian Legionaries, which, of course, have much better armor. These guys are so good because they're so cheap. Like, they're not the best swordsmen in the game, but they're really good for their price. So you can bring a lot of them. Oof. Good little throw there by some Iberian swordsmen. Great use of the jabbies there. So I'm trying to gather up my forces. You can see we're pushing over here. And I'm not liking this assault. I'm really not. I'm pushing in a lot of troops, but it's not going too hot because I'm getting focused here pretty hard. My troops are kind of spread out a bit. Let's go ahead and do some slow motion really fast and see what's going on with Rome and how this is playing out. So Rome is finally moving up some of his army. I felt like he should have done this much sooner. I know he was really worried about the ambush troops, which he should be. You can see there's some cav units moving out, trying to do some damage. Probably going to try to go for archers or something. But I felt that Rome, if he just moved a little closer to us, a little bit quicker, we can support him, right? Like, I've got 2 units of light horse. Not a great cav unit, but they can hold off enemy cav and buy time for archers to set up or infantry to set up. So I've got my cav here ready to protect them, but I'm just waiting for Rome. And you can see it's kind of cool, a cool shot right here, seeing the siege towers, like appear from the tree line as the great Roman army pushes up. It's really awesome. So yeah, they're making their way to the building here, and already I am losing men like fast. My naked swords are, well, they're running into battle naked, and it's not helping them. And they really shouldn't have gone in first. And I'm losing quality troops here to a pretty dumb decision. Over here, it's going a little bit better because I do have armored soldiers. I think I've got 2 units of the Galatian Legionaries. It's still a tough fight. And this rock bed was throwing off my men. Let me do some normal speed. This rock bed was throwing off my troops as well, getting them out of formation. Egypt, on the other hand, he's doing a solid job here. He's pushing. Now, don't forget, guys, Nervii, Lusitani, they still have their vanguard troops. Now, the question is, did they go back into the city, or are they still out here? In my head, at this point of the battle, I thought for sure they would go back into the city and join the normal defense of holding these choke points. I thought that for sure. And at this point, I decide to hold back my troops. You can see they're even leaving the siege towers and wait, because I was losing troops too quickly and I needed the Roman support. And this was the moment, guys, where I go, oh my God, they did not go back into the city. They still have troops out here. Look at it. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units outside of their city. That's almost half of their army. Like, okay, 4 units away from half, but still, that's a huge chunk of troops. And I thought, okay, if we play this right, if we can kill these vanguard troops without losing too many men, we can win this battle, because we're taking away 6 units from choke point positions. So I was really looking forward to this vanguard troops pushing us. I was really shocked that they actually kept pushing with their vanguard troops. So we're still trying to fight over here. We're starting to cause some Iberian swordsmen of Lusitani starting to break. Yeah, we're doing okay there. This whole area is just a disaster. This one's looking better. Egypt's nearby to support me. They've got a tough fight going on here with the Thorax swordsmen taking on some Celtic warriors and fierce swords. Some solid infantry going at it. There's a lot of blood and just men insulting each other and cutting each other. It's pretty horrific. Over on this side, Egypt also pushing the gate a little bit. They've got some Galatian mercenary, Galatian swordsmen. Awesome. Fellow Galatians. A lot of Galatian swordsmen, which is a really good unit. Really solid. And this is what makes Egypt so good, is that they have a huge variety and diversity of different swordsmen that are all pretty solid. So they're really trying to slice their way through, and even though we still saw the we see the vanguard troops coming, we're not panicking. At least I wasn't. I was like, okay, this isn't bad. All this means that we're gonna slow down our main assault here, which I did. I'm starting to push up troops now because Rome is helping now. You can see some Roman soldiers are starting to charge out there. So let me go ahead and just show that. Yeah, so they're climbing up some of the towers I put into position. They're coming in. Again, Romans so good because they're just so tanky, and they can really absorb a lot of those projectiles. And now that Rome's here, I'm sending in more troops, and it's more of a better team effort here, and it's really nice. Also, Rome pushing this way as well. This is really good, guys. Really, really good. So while that's going on, let's go back over to what's happening here. I couldn't believe it. Nervii is pushing for the Roman lines. I could not believe this because I was like, Rome can hold here just fine. Like, Rome can easily, because Rome is Rome, you know what I mean? Rome's so good. And we're making good ground here thanks to the extra Roman troops. I got my guys pouring in. Egypt is pushing in as well. We're making some progress and we're doing some damage. You know, it's still a pretty tough fight for this wall here. Defender's not giving it up so easily, but there's a little push here of a depleted unit. Oh, actually, no, this isn't depleted. 135. Just a small group of them charging into the Iberian swordsmen. But look at this force. I couldn't believe it. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 units outside. And these are vanguard troops, as in they're not the best in terms of like a frontline unit. They're more of a flanking unit. And the fact that they were going to take on the Romans head on, I couldn't believe it. And I have my cav over here. I'm falling back a little bit because I don't want to charge their cav until they engage the infantry. So we're hanging here. I think I go for a charge. Hold on. Cancel that. I can see that they're... Yeah, no, I go for a charge here. Yep, there it is. So I'm like, you know what? If I can take out this cav early, that's going to really help out the infantry of Rome because this cav won't be able to harass us. So a pretty ferocious cav charge. Look at that. There it goes. I send in my general and the 2 light horse. So very nasty fight going on. But look at this. Look at this. Cav moving, and that was a good choice to peel this unit away from the main fight here. And they were going to go for my archers, but I was ready for it. I have some swordsmen pushing up and trying to get my archers out of there. Also, Rome is throwing in his general as well to help with this. So good teamwork there. And we do have 1 unit of these guerrilla warriors going in to try to help with this cav engagement because the cav engagement is in my favor. I love it. I love this stuff, guys. I mean, this epic sally out outside of the city. We just don't see this enough. And I was like, yes, this is great. You know, I took out his cav early. We take out their cav. You take out the fast-moving unit that can do a lot of damage by hammer and anvil. And then we'll have our cav, which we can use against them. So Rome's going to hold so well. They're going to be the anvil. It's going to be perfect. So Rome's holding there. We just have to clean up. And look at this. They actually broke one of my light horse, but I knew I was going to win this still because, 1, I have Galatian legionaries helping out. 2, my general unit is really good. The noble horse, they're not going to beat the noble horse. And sure enough, they are breaking, but they need to break quickly. The reason I want them to break quickly is because, and there they go, they're running. They're routing. Is because I want to hit some hammer and anvil over here. I'm already sending over some units. Lusitani's pretty much out, I think. And Nervii, he's got archers over here. Look, he even sallied out archers, and this blows my mind right here. Because archers are so important. And like, oh, I think my archers are, that might be the Roman archers focusing them down. Archers are so important in a siege battle. And I always try to keep archers alive as long as possible. And when they do die, they should be out of ammo. And the fact that they lost 2 archers like this early on helps us so much, because here comes my cav, they're going to wipe them out. And that's 2 less archers we're going to have to worry about in this siege battle. Very nice. And here comes my general. He's going to come in and help just in case, you know, light horse. They're light horse, you know. They might need a little bit of help even against some archers. There they go. And that's going to free up. And Nervii is getting nervous. No. They're starting to rout here. We're flanking around. And we're doing some destruction here. Good job. Good job. But hey, you know, I got to give some real, like, respect to Lusitani and Nervii for that tactic. I think it could have worked out, but I think our team did a great job with communication. And we weren't in Discord, but we were aware, and we just kind of an unspoken communication. You know, we kind of read each other there a little bit, and yeah, good job by the defenders there with that sally out. It was epic. Really, really cool stuff. But I think we were able to take the best of it there and do pretty good. My archers are now up in the city. We have now taken this area. I think they just didn't have enough men to hold here, because, again, a lot of them were committed outside of the city. And we got just small pockets of fighting going on now. It's kind of the aftermath here. There we go. Finally, these mercenary Iberian swordsmen starting to break. I love it. I love it. So Carthage has mercenary Iberian swordsmen, right? But they're also playing with Lusitani, which is Iberian faction. Well, we are Galatia, and we have Egypt, who has mercenary Galatians. It's perfect. It totally makes sense. So Rome is able to start pushing up troops. You can see they're falling back now. Mass retreat. Mass retreat. And this map is fairly interesting. It's a cool map. It's huge, right? But the capture point, the victory point, is right here. So there's only 2 ways of getting to this capture point. There's here and here, which is pretty good for the defenders, right? But there's no walls, and it's a high point. As in, we can sit back and shoot them with archers easily. So while that's going on, we also have some troops over here cleaning up some Carthaginians. Whenever you are attacking and you're starting to see the defenders fall back, this is when you need to mad rush. Like, just rush and try to cover as much ground as possible. So if you can stop any units from falling back, then you're going to save a lot of lives, because units like, you know, they can fall back and they can kill so many more in a choke point like this. But if they're caught out here, you can surround them, you can cut them down, and it's like, you will save so many lives. So here comes a little charge. You got some naked warriors, what's left of them. It's a dying breed of soldiers. And then, of course, I also have some Galatian legionaries moving with some thorough spears and Galatian swordsmen of Egypt. So we're going to wrap around and, again, try to save some lives here and kill these fierce swordsmen. Again, whenever you can flank around a unit, you should. You should. We're going to quickly rush over there. We also need to take this gate, because we got a lot of cav that we want to move into the city. So here comes the push. Boom. So fierce swords break almost instantly, or rout almost instantly from that charge. I'm going to go ahead and peel a unit away from there and go capture this gate, because we really need to take it. There you have it. That's good little cleanup there. And look at it. It's almost like the beaches of D-Day. Look at this, just like pouring out, trying to scale, take as much ground, scale the terrain, basically. Moving up. getting ready for the next phase here, which of course is right here. So the balance of power is looking pretty good in our favor. It's looking really solid. We have a lot of reserves. We have, or a lot of units, I should say. We've got a good amount of archers that still have a good amount of ammo. Another thing about siege battles is you always make sure you save your ammo for the final stand. Do not exhaust all of your ammo of your archers at the beginning of the siege battle. You want to save, because most of the time, not always, but most of the time, defenders will fall back to a smaller location to defend. And if you don't have archers and they do, you're going to get chewed up trying to attack that position. So you always want to keep someone in reserve and save it for the end of the game where you can, or end of the battle, because this isn't a game, guys. This is real life. No, I'm just kidding. You want to save it for the end of the battle and, you know, start killing some people that way. Save those archers. Archers are key, guys. You can't win a siege battle without them. You really can't. You got to protect them. You got to use up every single arrow, and then when you do use up every single arrow, use them as infantry or a meat shield or whatever. I think 2 of my archers have used up all of their ammo, so I still have 2 more. I've got a slinger and an archer unit left, which is good. We've taken the gate, which is awesome. And we're just kind of looking around, making sure there's no hidden units. Again, these are Vanguard, you know, ambush factions. Gotta make sure there's nothing waiting for us. So I'm gonna send this unit to go capture this gate, just so it's not shooting at us. These towers have crazy range, and they're like MGs in there, you know. They start popping people. But yeah, we're gonna push up and try to scout up ahead, and just again make sure no one's waiting on the flank. You know, we don't want to get tunnel vision and just focus all of our units and just like, you know, it's important to pay attention to what's going on, but like if you're over here, you're focusing, you're trying to flank around and send more units, and then you're not paying attention. There's a unit coming around that's gonna hit the flank of your army, and your army routes. You know, you can't let anybody get behind you. So that's why we're gonna go ahead and go around this way and look for enemies. So far, so good. And at this point, I was thinking, you know, they probably don't have anything. But just to be safe, just in case there's something over here, I'm just going to leave my cav right here. Just going to leave him right here. Or I'm going to slowly inch him up. I don't care if this cav unit gets surprised and dies. I don't care. I'd rather this light horse unit die from a surprise attack than, say, my main army over here. So that I'm not too worried about looking over there too much. So here we go. Egypt's pushing up. They're starting the assault. You can see we're using all our projectiles, using as much as possible. Fierce Swords, lightly armored unit. This is a good unit to focus down. Look at that. They're just melting to the projectile. Oh, that is just nasty. That's just so nasty. Gotta feel bad for them. Except I don't. Look at all the projectiles flying through the air. That is awesome. One of my favorite moments in Total War is seeing infantry clash and seeing arrows go over their head. Just like that. Boom. Oh my god, that's so cool. So a nice fight has started up for the first choke point of the battle. Rome's job here is to attack the flank. So he's going this way. My cav is still walking towards this gate here. And we got another cav unit. This is actually a cav unit that broke and came back, but they're really not going to do much at this point. So again, I moved up my archers. This is something I like to do. Move up archers and pretend that you're going to fire, but I don't have any ammo, so I was hoping they would shoot at them, but I don't think they're taking the bait. Oh, and look at this. Sure enough, surprise, surprise, we got elephants. So, and he did catch me by surprise. I was not paying attention. I was looking elsewhere, and he's gonna, yeah, he just destroyed my cav. And like I said, that's okay. I'd rather my cav be destroyed than, say, archers or really important infantry from the rear or whatever. But I have archers going that way because I wanted to move up these archers this way and hit these Carthaginian pikemen, because pikemen I'm more afraid of than anything else they have here. So I'm trying to move them up, deal with that. But I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of have to shoot at these elephants here, because if they don't run amok, they could run straight into my men. And you see that rocks are hitting off the elephants. Talk about, you know, raising money for wildlife, and we're over here shooting arrows and rocks at these elephants. Now, they do run amok, which is great. I think it was from the slingers. I did also turn on fire. There it is. There it is. So that's going to cause them to run amok, and that means he can't control the elephants. The only way he can charge my archers is if the running amok leads them there, which, considering how far away they are, not likely. So we're going to do some damage to these elephants from a distance without the support of infantry. I got a little nervous here. I'm not going to lie. It looks like they're headed towards my archers. Like, oh no. But I was like, no, just stand my ground. Maybe I do freak out a little bit. No, actually, my guys are moving up. But the elephants do break back this way. And they're still out of control. Let's go back over here. I think we start pushing in infantry. The Nervii Oathsworn really pushes up alone. This is a good opportunity. It's a little pathfinding issues. That's why my units are all kind of messed up here. Oh my god. These axemen. The axemen have great jabbing capabilities. Is that the general? Oh, it's the general. There we go. So a nice fight, nice infantry fight. Lusitani also has their general. The Nirvana. I was gonna say Nirvana. The Nervii general has died. His entire unit. Now I've got a bunch of Galatian legionaries pushing on this flank and trying to get to the next layer of defenses. The elephants do regroup, but they go for the Romans. Oh, look at that. That was kind of a cool charge there. That was an awesome charge. Really awesome. So, really great fight against the elephants, but at this point the elephants have taken a lot of damage and they're starting to drop pretty quickly. They are still doing, they're still committing a lot of damage, inflicting a lot of damage, I should say. Oh, there we go. Nice. This lone elephant stands. He looks, his entire elephant family is dead. And he's just enraged, and he's going to try to bring down as many Romans as possible. And the elephant dies, the Romans cheer. And they're all going to, like, cut off the elephant heads and have them as trophies. It's dark. But hey, Lusitani General is just doing a great job of holding. I'm now committing some archers around the flank here. I'm going to go ahead and start pushing on the secondary line and try to make this a little awkward for them. You see that? I was like, it's going to make it a little weird because I'm preventing them from sending up reinforcements a little bit. We still got some to the front line. This is good stuff. Good stuff. General's about to break. That's really good. It's really just down to Carthage at this point. Rome is pushing. Gotta love Rome, man. They look fantastic. They look fantastic. Here comes a little charge here from the Libyan infantry. Good old classic Rome versus Carthage. As Rome pushes alone on this flank, as Egypt and myself push on the other flank. Great stuff, great stuff. Back over this way, here comes a push here from the Galatian legionaries. Again, I always love to do this. Put them in columns so they can run through the pockets of fighting. Go through the gaps. I love my gaps. And inflict some damage through some flanking charge on this Libyan infantry that's pushing in. Egypt's now pushing up their pike. They got some Egyptian pikemen. Look at this. Oh my god. So many pikes. One of my favorite things too in Total War, just seeing all those pikes up there. Always reminds me of Alexander the Great, the movie. Some really cool scenes in that. I mean, look at that. It's so cool. So cool. So yeah, we're cutting through this defense, and they're starting to run out of proper infantry. They've got archers, and they've got one more unit of swordsmen. They're charging in some archers as we speak, but it's looking really good at this point. Now, over on this side, Rome charges into some pikemen, which is going to cause them to lose some lives there for sure. But we really need to sit back and just skirmish these guys down. That's the thing. When you see pikemen unsupported, and what I mean by unsupported, They don't have any archers near them. They don't have any swordsmen with shield kind of mixed in with them. You can really just sit back and kill them all. Like, it's the easiest thing. Just sit back, throw some rocks at them. See, there they go. Shoot, yeah, there we go. Hit them with some arrows. You can try to push through this gap right here. You probably could if you make it super thin. You fit right through. Still have my fire arrows on. Where did you hear him? Where's the honor in this? Look at that. That's cool. Classic Rome versus Carthage. I love it. Pretty sure this is like Imperial Rome. Doesn't really make sense, but it's still cool nonetheless. Rome over here lining up for another charge. Look at the officer. He's like, yes. Got blood on it. It looks like he's got a mustache, but no, that's just blood. He's like, you like my blood mustache? Looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. Charge! Just kidding. Just testing you guys. Doing a little charge maneuver there. Charge signal, but not really. Good discipline. God, I love. That's cool. There. Okay, now really charge. So yeah, that's a good flanking maneuver. At this point of the battle, it's pretty clear that we're going to be able to take this one. But again, mad respect to the enemy team with the sally out there. That was so cool. We were fortunate enough to deal with it fairly well. And because of that, we were able to slice through and do some damage. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Cool shot right there. Very cool. So yeah, they're going to keep pushing up this hill. You can see that a lot of troops are starting to break here. A little charge from the Carthaginian general going out with a fight. Rome's going to mostly get up from that. There's Carthaginian soldier, love the shield. Like, ah, shoot. Maybe we should get out of here. Here comes another cycle charge. I love it, you know. I love that never quit attitude. Never surrender. We can still win this, you know. Or maybe we can't, but we're going to bring down as many as we can. And because they don't have proper infantry holding this flank, we got a lot of archers just kind of holding it, and they break, and we're able to just floodgates rush through. And we're going to just do the swinging door of death, which is just like that. Archers going in against these Iberian slingers. Pikemen killing them in the front. Got pikemen over here dealing with these Libyan infantry mixed in with my Galatian legionaries. But yeah, oh, the pikemen are, look at it, it's just the jaws, and the pikes are the teeth. Yeah, it's over. It's over. I gotta give credit to Carthage here for putting up a hell of a fight, taking on Rome alone. They still have these African pikemen still holding. Props to them. They're a tough cookie. The African pikemen, you know, they're tough. I hit them a lot with skirmishers. There goes the Roman general in the back here squeezing by. I think he's going to go after the Carthaginian general. Oh, no. He's going to go for the pikes. That's a good move. Take out the pikes. Save your infantry. And there we go. Because of the flank, this unit of Libyan infantry break. Stand no chance. Mercenary Cretan archers in the back there. And that's it. Carthage, this is all he has. Archers and a general. General is falling back. He's going to get a little bit of a charge here. Going after some swordsmen. General's bodyguard. He's dead for. He's dead for? He's done for. My general just chill in the back like, good job, sipping on some tea. And there you have it, guys. That's the victory. So a very valiant last stand there. Really cool sally out. I love what Rome did here. The good teamwork at flanking around and stuff. Really fun. And props to all the players here. Dave the Vassal, Charlie 6, Zulu. These two players are really good. They're really good. I just, you know, they're really creative with their tactics, and I was really worried about them, honestly, when we started. I was like, oh, these guys are playing together, and they're both ambush factions. This is gonna suck. But I felt like we did pretty well there. GG to Only as well, getting 2,200 kills. Nice little last stand there. His pikeman did well. Look at that, very well. Then we got this guy Dant, doing great with Rome, 2,600. King of Romulus, I assume. He got 2,100, and then I got 2,000 kills here. So good job, everybody. This was good fun. Again, catch my stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM, of course. Also, check out the link to donate for a good cause, and check out some Displate posters. So thank you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.